Hi for everybody that is watching this video. Now I'm gonna go over how core and managerial forces interact with each other to shape society in 2027. My name is Wagner Lessa, and some of the points that I discovered and also went over in my paper are gonna go be presented right now. And let's jump right into it. Some of the things that I would like to mention is the core forces that I put it on my paper that you'll also be able to see in the description below, but you can also have the hyperlink to read the paper yourself and tell me what you got on the comments. First of all, I'd like to go over environmental change. And when I talked about environmental change, the main point that I came across in my paper is that the world is heating up in a pace of about 0.08 Celsius per decade. And in about 125 decades, doomsday is going to reach us. Unfortunately, we're going to reach this condition as the data has been showing with NASA predictions as the Earth global surface has been increasing, and we are now at 1 Celsius in 2022. So by the year of 3275, probably, or 77, we are going to have humanly impossible conditions to live on the planet. Fortunately, people are caring enough about that. So we have corporations, institutions that are practicing corporate social responsibility. We have people that genuinely care, and social media and communication methods are able to broadcast this view that environmental change, it is important. And in 2027, more people and institutions will be credible and also taking this importance to the heart and practice measures to attain sustainable development goals of the United Nations, for example, in order to have a better world. Following to this, we also have the technological advancement. And the main point in my paper was that technology is exponentially growing, but we humans are used to linear growth. If we take 30 steps in a linear way, we're going to get to 30. But we take 30 steps exponentially, we're going to get to a billion. And we as humans hardly understand this concept. However, technology, as we see AI, 5G, and all other measures of technology are advancing exponentially. When we see companies such as Verizon, AT&T, China Mobile that are improving and also broadening the channel for 5G network around the world, we can see that those companies are still going to be doing that in 2027. However, we as humans are going to have access to this, and technology as well as information would be more accessible. So as it's hard for humans to understand that exponential growth is happening in technology, it will be also easier to educate people because more people will likely have more access to internet and quality broadband, as we have companies today in 2022 that will continue to do so in 2027, broadening the 5G network, for instance. Another important point was the interconnectivity of continents. And AI and technology played a huge role in this, because if we look in the future, 2026, we're going to have one of the biggest world events the world has ever seen. We're going to have the 2026 FIFA World Cup. And in this tournament, 48 national teams are going to be participating. And the key important thing is that it's going to take on in 3 countries: Mexico, Canada, and United States. The commuting of people between those 3 countries are going to be a huge challenge for the government agents. And one of the things that we came up as a solution for that is that we're going to have AI installed in cameras that are going to be able to process and see how people are commuting. So instead of having a border control agent at the border controlling whether if you meet the criteria of border control to get in or out, we won't have physical IDs anymore. And it will be much easier for someone to just get in a country with the facial recognition AI system and be either denied or approved. Following to this, the substitution of labor that I came across in my paper as one of the big things for 2027, that people would be substituted most likely by technology. And we have the example of the AI camera that is going to work in border control, but you also have other examples that I encourage you to read in my paper. So thank you for the time. And I very wish that you read my paper and tell me what you liked or didn't like in the comments below. Thank you.